as most of us know, sickle cell disease is a hereditary disorder that affects the blood cells, where the blood cells assume a different shape. Okay, so what happens is because of this difference in the shape, these red blood cells, which are supposed to carry oxygen to all the parts of our body, they tend to become very rigid, very non-flexible, so that the blood flow to all the parts of the body through the blood tubes are compromised. Okay, so the red cells in those children and adults with sickle cell disease, they become very rigid, and this stops them from flowing freely. So there is a sort of uh, slacking or stasis of blood in the blood tubes. And what happens is, because of this, all the parts of the body that don't receive adequate blood supply, they tend to develop what is called as bone pain and all the changes because of reduced oxygen supply. Okay, and another problem in the sickle cell disease, children with sickle cell disease, their red blood cells are short-lived, and also because of their lack of flexibility, they tend to break down easily. So the problem is, children have reduced blood supply, their organs are not getting adequate oxygen, and their blood cells are breaking down freely, and their lifespan of the red blood cells are reduced. So all this compromise the entire life of children with sickle cell disease. Okay, so what happens is they tend to have lower blood levels, and then frequent what is called as crisis, not just bone crisis, a lot of crisis because of excess breakdown of red blood cells. And then, so a lot of crisis or acute situations happen in those children with sickle cell disease. And another problem in these children are that they are very vulnerable to infections. We all know that there is an organ called liver on the right side of the abdomen or tummy. So just like there is liver on the right side, there is another organ called spleen on the left side of the abdomen, which is sort of police station for the body, that prevents germs from attacking the body and causing serious infections. So what happens in children with sickle cell disease is this police station or the spleen does not receive adequate blood supply. And so the spleen, the police station of the body, doesn't work well. So these children tend to develop serious infections due to some of the germs that cause pneumonia, brain infection called meningitis, and even malaria could be very severe in these children.